Hey, good morning, Kirk here. And question is, how do you re-engage with life and work following such an epic adventure like running across rim to rim Grand Canyon and having someone else solo her first R3? How do you match? You don't match it. And you get back to work and you get back to realities, and all of a sudden, life is back to seriousness and paying bills and scheduling appointments and everything. So I'm just jumping on to communicate with each one of you. What a privilege, what a blessing, and what fun it was to have you all part of 2024 Grand Canyon experience. Man, kudos to Christine for stepping down the South Kaibab Trail and knocking out her first R3. That's so awesome. Brad Ashley, your first rim to rim. That was so fun to share with you guys. And then Steve diving off the rim there to accompany Christine back up. So anyway, it was just an epic week, and just so fun. And I just really want to say thanks for taking the time. Thanks for taking the training time away from family and schedules and things to devote to making sure it was a successful Grand Canyon experience. So anyway, 2024 is in the books. And, as I was driving home, I began to think about 2025. Okay, honestly, even before I left the Grand Canyon, I began to think about 2025. And I've got some plans that are going down. Hopefully more later. But this week, I'm going to go ahead and book some cabins at North Kaibab Lodge, just because they don't slip away. What I've learned is to stay away from the very last week of the season, because that gets really congested and gets really competitive. We buffered some hot temperatures this time, and we dodged some bullets thanks to the shade and some breezes, etc. But I think I'm going to go ahead and later this week go ahead and reserve some cabins in my name and then farm them out as needed, versus just going solo, in anticipation of what I'm sensing and hearing and feeling and getting from you all, that there's interest with whatever route that you want to take or don't take, and I'm surely not obligating anyone to going again, but I'm opening that door. And I'm also hearing there might be some others that might want to step down the North Kaibab Trail or step down South Kaibab and do an R3 like Christine did. See what you started, Christine? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and begin to make those reservations. What I've learned is the shuttle reservations if you need a shuttle, don't need to really be made until probably around the first of the year. But the cabin reservations, go ahead and plug those in. There's a small cancellation fee, so there's not a lot there, but I am going to go ahead. I think I'm going to go ahead and rent a duplex, and it has two separate beds. I said a duplex, excuse me, and two beds in the room. And then I think I might just rent a couple single cabins. I'm just not sure. If you've got any feedback, please let me know before I sign my name to reservations in Keller Coaching. But it was a fun trip over. Never done the shuttle before. Our driver was hilarious. He just talked and talked and talked, and had a lot of good history. We made some stops along the way, Cameron, and then the Navajo Bridge, and saw some condors, and then obviously Jacobs Lake, and then North Kaibab in time for a meal. And once the meal was over, we hit the hay, and because our alarms were going off pretty early, not as early as Christine's. But anyway, thanks so much. And Steve, thanks so much for all that you did to make it all happen. And I'm still hi. When I was working in the health promotion world, we had something that we described as when someone is at work but they're not really present. They're there in body, but their mind is somewhere else, and we called it presenteeism. Well, guess what? Kirk has a big case of presenteeism today. I'm supposed to be painting our porch. It's our last 70-degree day of the season. So I've got to get over and get our painting of the porch going. And I've got just a lot of work to do outdoors here before winter officially arrives. But I don't know if you're having a challenge sliding back into realities or schedule. If so, man, you're right on, because it was such an epic epic adventure. So thanks again to each of you. Thanks for trusting me with your training and next steps. And you know, I think it's time for some rest and reset right now, and that's good. That's predictable. That's fine. I will be reaching out to each one of you though for your notes. I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to hear from you about what you felt like went really right, really well, and then also areas that you would suggest maybe some tweaking. I'm very open to that, and I want to hear from you to the point where, you know, obviously we all spend a lot of money on going on the shuttle, and yet there's only one way from the south to the north, and that is, you know, across the roads. So the shuttle's easy. It's predictable. It's you know, you know, you can make your reservations. I don't know who we could recruit that has a vehicle big enough to haul a bunch of runners, you know, from one side to the next. But anyway, maybe we'll just all do rim to rim to rim like Christine next year. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to sign off so I can get to work and get some painting done. But again, I'll repeat myself. Thanks again so much for making Grand Canyon 2024 happen. Take care. Have a good one. Until next time, enjoy the run or the rest.